Let's have a very quick conversation about this game that is coming up this midweek. As a Liverpool fan, as people that pay attention to Liverpool, I'm very sure that the expectation going into this game is not high. In fact, we don't have that belief, that full belief we always have going into game. And you won't blame anyone. This season has been a horrible experience for Liverpool. It has been a very horrible experience. Where do we even start? Where do we start? I mean, this is not going to be a long discussion. It's going to be a very, very short one. And the game we have this midweek, a very important game against PSG. And we are now at a spot where we can't afford to mess this up. Because if we mess it up, then what are we fighting for again this season? You know you are not challenging for the Premier League. You are not even sure of securing a Champions League spot ahead of next season. We are kicked out of the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, a very horrible, disgracing performance from the boys. Now, we are seeing this performance immediately after coming back from international break. During the international break, I'm very sure you paid attention to Liverpool players. Van Dijk, Gravenberch, Cody Gakpo, Florian Wirtz, Ekitike. You looked at them, you saw what they were doing for their country. Zoboslai, Kekes. You saw them having solid performance, but immediately they came back to Liverpool. Yeah, we started seeing the unbelievable, the same bullshit we've been seeing since the beginning of the season. So the game we played last weekend against Manchester City, it was horrible, it was disgraceful. I spoke about it, the video is up there in the channel. But now, we have another serious fight this midweek. And it's going to be a two-legged game against PSG. Now, the last time we met PSG, it left a very sore taste in my mouth. And that was actually a time when Liverpool had players that were making a difference. That was in a season that is one of the best season of Mohamed Salah. That was in a season where we had Cody Gakpo not as a main left winger, but as a backup to Luis Diaz. So back then, Diaz was there. Van Dijk was doing his thing. And a slot back then felt like a decent manager. Right now, if you talk about the players, who are we holding on to? Salah now already missed back-to-back penalties. But let's forget about the penalties because this season has been a horrible one for Salah. Of course, he is a club legend. We give him his respect for that. But this season, he is underperforming in so many ways. But let's forget about Mohamed Salah. What about the big signings, the big money signings, the people that were supposed to come in and bring massive improvement to the squad? Have you seen any of them performing well? Talk about the defenders. Van Dijk, best defender in the world, right? One of the best defenders in the world. How many penalties? 4 penalties. He has given up 4 penalties this season. You already know the record about that. So going into this game, the players are unbelievable. Like, I don't think you can look at the players and say, we expect them to do something. You can't have that expectation on them because they've shown you time and time again this season that they are not going to do anything. You talk about the manager. This season, anyone that had doubts last season, this season he has proven that he is not good enough. And it's lot, he is not good enough. The fans too. We the fans are in disbelief. The match-going fans are leaving the pitch at the 1 hour mark. The match-going fans are stepping out of the pitch singing Xabi Alonso's song. Fans that don't even go to match have their own complaints about it. So now, we have a game against PSG, a high-flying PSG. And PSG is not even at their best this season compared to the PSG we saw last season. Nonetheless, the same PSG, you know what they did to Chelsea. So Liverpool coming up against PSG today. What is the expectation? I will tell you my own. I genuinely don't have high expectation from Liverpool going into this game. Of course, it would be good to see us have a very good performance, move far in this competition. Can I even say win it? I wish I can say it, considering the fact that at least in the Champions League this season, except that horrible performance against PSV back in, it should be November, we've been fairly decent in the Champions League. But I can't even stay here and say, yeah, the boys are going to perform. But everything ends in 90 minutes. At least for this particular fixture, we are going to see the two sides of it. So there is really no reason to talk too much about this. Very soon we will watch the game. 90 minutes here, 90 minutes there. Then we'll know if there is something to even hope for this season, or we should just focus on qualifying for Europe ahead of next season. But by all definition, this has been a very poor and horrible season for Liverpool. Well, we will be there to watch all the games. If you are coming across this channel for the very first time, just do me a favor, subscribe, connect to the channel, leave your comments, and stay in touch with what we are doing.